It seems that if you by career and career success, what you're focusing on is the extrinsic yardsticks. That is that earning more money, being more powerful, of a higher status, being more famous, being more in control, um, and those kinds of things. Then there's a good chance that you won't be that much happier by pursuing those things. In part because I think that when you start pursuing those things, you adopt a materialistic attitude towards life. And that in turn encourages social comparisons. And as you might intuit, once your happiness depends on how well you're doing, how well you stack up compared to other people, then you can't sustain that happiness. You're constantly going to be looking at new targets, and even if you're number one, you probably can't relax because you're worried about your the sustainability of the position, and then of course you adapt to material things and so on. So it seems like a far better approach would be when you're deciding on what kind of career to have. And as I mentioned some time back, having something to do that is involving and absorbing and meaningful is very, very important. And you might as well make it your career, right? I mean, because you spend so much time at work, you might as well make that the most meaningful thing that you're doing in your life. So it seems like a far better approach would be to pursue what your passion is, because your passion is something that you personally find meaningful. That's almost the definition of what your passion is, that you find it to be something that you find intrinsically motivating and enjoyable. And so it seems like pursuing something that is your passion would be a far more effective strategy for being happy than setting your sights on being famous or being a leader or being rich. And it seems to me from a lot of the studies that I've looked at, and this is what I will be covering in my course as well and in my book, that might be the pursuit of passion, pursuit of intrinsic motivation, might be a far more direct route anyway to the conventional yardsticks of success, of being rich or being famous and so on. But those things would come as a byproduct of leading an already fulfilling life, already meaningful life, following your purpose, than what it is that you chase directly. So if you look at all the rich people in the world, right? I mean, the really famous people, Steve Jobs is a great example. He pursued his passion, right? I mean, Bill Gates is another great example. I mean, he dropped out of school to pursue his passion. So all these people who end up becoming really, really successful in the end, anyway, are the kinds of people who pursued their passion. And so even if you do want to be successful, etc., in the conventional sense, it's better to pursue your passion. But certainly from the standpoint of happiness, that's, to me at least, seems like a far more reliable strategy.